The odd thing is that what sticks out in my recollection of the rest of that evening was Leonora's saying,
"Of course you might marry her."
And when I asked whom, she answered,
"The girl."
Now, that is to me a very amazing thing. Amazing for the light of possibilities that it casts into the human heart. For I had never had the slightest conscious idea of marrying the girl. I had never had the slightest idea even of caring for her. I must have talked in an odd way, as people do who are recovering from an anesthetic. It was as if one had a dual personality, the one eye being entirely unconscious of the other. I had thought nothing. I had said such an extraordinary thing. I don't know that analysis of my own psychology matters at all to this story. I should say that it didn't, or at any rate that I had given enough of it. But that odd remark of mine had a strong influence upon what came after. I mean, that Leonora would probably never have spoken to me at all about Florence's relations with Edward if I hadn't said, 2 hours after my wife's death, "Now I can marry the girl." She had then taken it for granted that I had been suffering all that she had been suffering, or at least that I had permitted all that she had permitted, so that a month ago, about a week after the funeral of poor Edward, she could say to me in the most natural way in the world, I had been talking about the duration of my stay at Branshaw, she said, with her clear, reflective intonation,
"Oh, stop here for ever and ever if you can."
And then she added,
"You couldn't be more of a brother to me, or more of a counsellor, or more of a support. You are all the consolation I have in the world. And isn't it odd to think that if your wife hadn't been my husband's mistress, you would probably never have been here at all?"
That was how I got the news, full in the face like that. I didn't say anything, and I don't suppose I felt anything, unless it was with that mysterious and unconscious self that underlies most people. Perhaps one day, when I am unconscious or walking in my sleep, I may go and spit upon poor Edward's grave. It seems about the most unlikely thing I could do, but there it is.